Tying shoelaces or wearing dress was difficult for him because he had both hips became very stiff. He had some problem way back in 1986. We think it is some kind of infection. After that, both his hips got struck on one side, waited for about 6 weeks and did the other side. So the procedure at the time of operation also is very different and difficult compared to a normal hip replacements. Even when we are draping, we couldn't move the hips. Normally you move the hip and clean it and drape it. In his case, because both are struck, we have to lift the whole body. Two people had to hold it, clean it. Instead of one side, we had to clean both sides. So every step was different in his case. Okay, and first one was done on 30th, and then after 6 weeks we did the other case. And after the very first case, you can see a radiant smile on his face, because for 30 years he has had so much of disability. It was a dream for him to move. Okay, now he is able to sit, he is able to move both his legs, and he is able to walk relatively free. We must realize for 30 years he didn't move his hips, so that means that all his muscles got what we called disuse atrophy. So there is no muscle strength. So in his case, instead of normally we tend to approach the hip surgery from side or from behind. This is conventional. So in this case, if I had done that, that would damage the muscles further. So the chance of instability, chance of dislocation are very high. Normally in any case, any center, it's about 0.5%. Okay, in a difficult case like this, it can go up to 10% as well. So we didn't want to take that chance, and so I have gone a different approach. It's called direct anterior approach. So when we go from front, we are on the hip directly. So there are no muscles, not much of fat. So it is relatively simpler. When we go from side, we have to cut all the muscles. They tends to bleed, and the muscle weakness occurs. So in his case, because he had weakness, we didn't want to compromise, so this new technique was employed on both sides. So he is quite elated, and we wanted to share his joy with all of you.